Billy Carson is about to lift the veil on thousands of year-old secret, long held by ancient civilizations, revealing how hidden frequencies and sounds shape our world. This is not just surprising, but transformative as well. So sit tight and let's dive in.
DNA is a storage medium, meaning it stores information in volumes. And a scientist named George Church actually took a digital ebook and encoded the digital zeros and ones into CTAGs, which are the DNA reading format, and then he downloaded that book onto DNA. Then he said, this is interesting, DNA can store digital data. Then he took the book from the DNA and he uploaded it back, put it in a little device, converted the CTAs and Gs back into zeros and ones, put it back on the server. He said, oh, this has upload and download. It can send and receive information. And then he said, let me replicate my book. Let me see how much I can fit on 1 gram of DNA. He replicated the book 70 billion times. A full book with images and photos and data and words and paragraphs. He replicated it 70 billion times and put it, 1 gram is a drop, one little tiny drop in DNA. And he said, wow, now they're sending and receiving information from DNA via wireless information, Wi-Fi. So now they know they can transmit data, convert it, and drop it on DNA. So what they found during these studies and the most recent studies with DNA now is that a human body stores about 13.5 billion years of data. How old is the universe? Well, astrophysicists estimated the universe is about 13.5 billion years old. So we're talking about in each one of our bodies, our atoms are storing information since the beginning of time. And if you could put it all together like a puzzle, you can read everywhere every atom in your body has ever been, and you can create a story from the beginning of time until this very current day. Now let's take it to the next step. They found out that in your RNA, which is part of your genetic makeup in the DNA, it actually transmits, now they found 15 to 20 generations of past ancestry lives, memories, actual memories are in your body. So 15 to 20 years of your ancestors. So for me, if I have an ancestry of slaves, all the whoopings, the beatings, all the buck fighting, all the teaching of infighting, or I got to be better than this guy because or this guy works in the house and he's with the house and I'm outside in the field and now I hate him and all that kind of stuff, all those traumas. There's a lot more trauma passed down, they found, through the RNA into the next generation than non-trauma. So trauma triggers something that then can pass down the bloodline to other people. So we have in us situations that make you feel like you may want to feel like you're depressed. You want to feel suicidal. And you're like, why am I feeling like this? I got a great life. You might be completely envious and jealous all the time and can't figure out a way to break out of that. Okay, you might be a person that could be having an addictive personality and you can't figure out why that's happening. Okay, and a lot of this stems from epigenetics. Now, Dr. Bruce Lipton basically rediscovered this about 25 years ago. I say rediscovered because we never truly discover anything. We only rediscover what already happened. And he rediscovered it and he was scoffed. They laughed at him. They told him he was crazy. His peers tried to excommunicate him from the whole society and everything else, from science. And now here we go, fast forward, 25 years later, today, it's common knowledge. It's taught in universities. And what they found was something very interesting. If a person wants to begin to heal themselves, because this is, again, part of what you were talking about earlier, saving yourself, becoming your own savior. You are your own savior. You need to talk to yourself. That's how it's done. So, for example, they found out that by saying positive affirmations pertaining to what you're trying to reverse in your life 3 times a day for 21 days begins the process of rewriting the DNA. That's the beginning process. This scientific experiment has been replicated now dozens of times all around the world, and they know that now we have the power within our own selves through cymatic frequencies, which are the sounds that come out of your vocal cords. When you speak, you're not really you think that you're speaking the language. You say, oh, I said this and I said that. What's really happening is you're undulating vibrational waves, and on those vibrational waves there are frequencies. Those frequencies travel across atmosphere or gases and then are picked up by the cochlea in your ear or somebody else's ear, and then the brain deciphers the information. But those frequencies that we utter out of our vocal cord have power over the ether of space-time itself. This is what they don't want you to know. When you speak, you actually are creating an alternate reality. And you can do that to yourself. So these scientists in Russia started experimenting with different types of sound and frequency technologies. And they found that specific frequencies can turn some of these epigenetics on and also turn them off.
Like which ones?
Well, cymatic frequencies, just particular frequencies, 528 hertz, 432 hertz, 936 hertz, different ranges on the hertz scale can activate, reactivate, turn off, turn on, and even cure and heal your DNA and RNA. I went to MIT, I took a class on applied neuroscience. My professor was Dr. Tara Swart. In that class, we learned that when you are sitting next to someone within 8 to 15 feet max, some people's field can go out as much as 20 feet. Our fields are interacting right now. Now, what's interesting is my bioelectric field and his bioelectric field are combining. My hormones that are in my body, which are right now on a high frequency, are connecting with his, and I'm downloading his into my actual avatar, and he's downloading my energy and my frequency from my hormones into his avatar. Now imagine you're in a room full of people that's stressed out, worried, panicking. They just got done watching all the stuff on TV about they about to shut the planet down again and all this kind of crazy stuff, right? And so their cortisol is spiking.
Yeah.
People who watch the news all day long, they're living in a soup of cortisol nonstop. Yeah. They're addicted to the cortisol spike. Now, when you get next to them, if you're not powerful enough, if you're not speaking to yourself, speaking power on your life, they're going to enter into your body, and that cortisol is going to drain you. It's going to make you now raise your cortisol, and now you feel worse than they do.
Contrary to the long-held belief that DNA is an immutable set of instructions, current research in epigenetics reveals our genetic code as a fluid and adaptable script. The term epigenetics, meaning above genetics, investigates how external factors can influence gene activity without altering the DNA sequence. This concept gained traction with the significant findings of the ENCODE project in 2012, which challenged the notion of junk DNA, which showed that much of what was previously considered junk DNA has regulatory functions affecting gene expression. A pivotal study by researchers at the University of Utah exemplifies the impact of environmental stressors on gene expression, demonstrating that mice exposed to stress exhibited changes in DNA methylation, a process affecting gene expression that were passed down to subsequent generations. This research underscores the potential for environmental factors, including sound and frequencies, to modulate genetic expression profoundly and heritably. In the realm of sound's effect on DNA, Dr. Peter Garyev's, a Russian biophysicist, research stands out. His team ventured into the hypothesis that DNA can be reprogrammed by linguistic patterns and specific frequencies. The methodology involved exposing in vitro DNA samples to laser light modulated with specific frequencies, and then observing the effects on gene expression and even DNA structure. The findings were astonishing. Garyev and his team discovered that the DNA not only absorbed these frequencies, but that the laser light could affect the DNA helix, causing it to relax and unwind or tighten based on the frequencies used. This suggested form of genetic tuning was possible, where external vibrational patterns could influence the DNA's behavior and function. Further experiments demonstrated the potential for frequency-modulated laser light to repair damaged DNA strands, a finding with profound implications for genetic therapy and the understanding of genetic resilience. These experiments showcased the DNA's ability to resonate with external vibrational frequencies, fundamentally altering its structure and function in response. Somatics, the study of visible effects on sound and vibration on matter, offers additional insights into how frequencies might influence biological systems. Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments, for example, showed that water crystals change shape in response to different sounds and intentions. Considering the human body's high water content, these findings proactively suggest that sound vibrations could have a direct impact on cellular structure and function. In groundbreaking research conducted by Dr. James Gomulski and his team at UCLA, an innovative approach termed sonocytology was employed to explore the acoustic emissions of cells, particularly yeast cells. The methodology involved the use of atomic force microscopy, a technique that enabled the researchers to detect the subtle vibrations produced by the cells as a result of their metabolic activities. By carefully analyzing these vibrations, the team discovered that cells emit specific sounds or frequencies under different conditions. The research, detailed in the journal Science, revealed a fascinating distinction. Healthy cells produced a distinct pattern or song that differed markedly from those emitted by cells under stress or in a diseased state. This differentiation in cellular acoustics suggests that each cell state influences its vibrational signature, offering a novel perspective on cellular health and activity. The implication of Gimzewski's findings is profound, indicating the potential to not only diagnose cellular health through these acoustic signatures, but also to influence or modify cellular functions using targeted sound frequencies. The concept based on the idea that if specific sound patterns are associated with healthy cellular activity, then exposing cells to these frequencies could potentially encourage diseased or stressed cells to return to a healthier state. Dr. Gimzewski's study opens up exciting avenues for therapeutic interventions, envisioning a future where sound frequencies could be tailored to promote cellular repair and regeneration. This approach represents a shift towards non-invasive treatments, leveraging the natural vibrational properties of cells to foster healing and well-being. The discovery that healthy cells exhibit a unique song compared to their stressed counterparts not only enriches our understanding of cellular biology, but also lays the groundwork for developing sound-based therapies that could fine-tune cellular environments for optimal health. Another significant study, conducted by Dr. Luc Montagny, the Nobel Prize-winning virologist who co-discovered HIV, delved into the study of electromagnetic waves emitted by DNA sequences. In his experiments, DNA samples were placed in water and the solutions were subjected to electromagnetic fields. The results, which stirred considerable scientific debate, suggested that DNA could emit low-frequency electromagnetic waves that influence water molecules around them, essentially teleporting DNA information to distant cells and organisms. Published in the Journal of Physical Chemistry B, Montagny's findings propose a radical understanding of DNA's ability to communicate and self-organize through electromagnetic signals, providing a potential mechanism for how sound and frequencies could interact with genetic material. Both of these studies significantly contribute to illustrating the direct and profound impact that sound and electromagnetic frequencies have on cellular and genetic structures. Gimzewski's work demonstrates the possibility of using sound to influence and monitor cellular health, while Montagny's research offers a speculative yet fascinating glimpse into how DNA communicates and potentially could be influenced by external frequencies. Together, these studies underscore the potential for sound and electromagnetic waves to play a crucial role in genetic expression and cellular function, paving the way for innovative therapeutic strategies. Throughout history, cultures around the world have harnessed the power of sound for healing and spiritual purposes. Tibetan singing bowls, for instance, have been used for centuries in Buddhist practices to promote meditation and healing through their rich, resonant tones. These bowls produce sounds and vibrations when struck or rubbed, which are believed to restore balance to the body's energy system. Similarly, the Aboriginal peoples of Australia have utilized the didgeridoo, a wind instrument, as part of their healing rituals. The deep, droning sound of the didgeridoo is thought to heal the body and spirit, illustrating a universal belief in sound's transformative capabilities. These ancient practices underscore a continuity of belief in sound's healing power that persists into modern times. Today, sound healing has seen a resurgence in popularity, with therapies incorporating gongs, tuning forks, and other instruments to promote well-being. This revival raises intriguing questions about the underlying mechanisms of sound healing. What did ancient healers understand about the vibrational impact of sound on the human body and spirit that we are only beginning to uncover through scientific research? The hypothesis that sound and frequency can influence DNA and epigenetic markers is grounded in the understanding that vibrations can affect cellular processes. At a basic level, everything in the universe, including the cells in our body, is in a state of vibration. Sound waves, which are mechanical vibrations traveling through a medium, can resonate with cellular structures, potentially influencing gene expression. This resonance might work similarly to how a perfectly pitched note can cause a glass to shatter. The frequency of the sound wave matches the natural frequency of the glass. In the context of cellular biology, specific sound frequencies could theoretically alter the vibrational state of molecules within the cell. including DNA. This could lead to changes in the way genes are expressed. For example, certain frequencies might promote the unwinding of DNA strands, making them more accessible for transcription and thus influencing the production of proteins that dictate cell function. Researchers in the field of bioacoustics have begun to explore these possibilities, suggesting that sound vibrations could stimulate cells in a way that affects their behavior and health. For instance, low-frequency sound waves have been shown to enhance bone density and promote healing in fractures, indicating that vibrations can have a direct impact on cellular regeneration. The therapeutic applications of sound frequencies, especially those at 528 Hz, 432 Hz, and 963 Hz, are gaining traction in both alternative and mainstream wellness practices. These frequencies, part of the broader Solfeggio scale, are reputed to offer various health benefits from DNA repair and pain relief to increased mental clarity and stress reduction. One pivotal figure in this research field is biochemist Glenn Rain, who conducted several studies exploring the impact of these frequencies on human DNA. In one of his notable experiments, Rain exposed DNA samples to different sound frequencies, including the 528 Hz frequency, and measured their effects on DNA absorption rates of UV light, a marker of DNA's health and vitality. His findings suggested that the 528 Hz frequency, often dubbed the love frequency, significantly increased the UV light absorption rate, implying enhanced DNA repair and vitality. This study highlights the potential of sound frequencies to influence biological structures at the molecular level. The 432 Hz frequency, often associated to the universe's natural harmony, has benefits that include inducing relaxation and reducing anxiety and stress. This frequency is thought to promote a balanced emotional state, facilitating a deeper connection with oneself and the environment. Music tuned to this frequency is believed to be more pleasant, clear, and harmonious to the ears, offering a more impactful listening experience that promotes well-being. The 963 Hz frequency, also known as the frequency of the gods, is associated with awakening intuition and higher consciousness. Listening to music tuned to this frequency is believed to help individuals achieve states of enlightenment and deeper spiritual connection. It is considered to activate the pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye, and encourage a profound sense of peace and inner calm. In practical applications, these frequencies are used in various therapies, including sound baths, meditation music, and personal listening sessions. Sound therapists employ instruments like tuning forks, singing bowls, and specifically designed audio tracks to deliver these healing frequencies to individuals seeking physical, mental, and spiritual healing. The anecdotal and experimental evidence suggests that these sound frequency treatments can complement traditional medical therapies, offering a holistic approach to health and wellness. The exploration of Solfeggio frequencies, particularly 528 Hz, 432 Hz, and 963 Hz, is paving the way for a new era in healing and wellness. Ongoing research, including studies by Glenn Rain, is revealing the profound impact of these frequencies on the human body and consciousness. This could lead to a more significant integration of frequency-based therapies into mainstream medical practices. In the future, personalized sound therapy sessions could offer frequency treatments customized to individual health needs, fostering quicker healing, improved emotional well-being, and spiritual growth. However, the widespread acceptance and integration of these frequencies into healthcare systems require continued, rigorous scientific research to validate their benefits and mechanisms. As studies grow more precise and results more compelling, skepticism may transition to broader acceptance, positioning sound healing as a valuable addition to traditional medicine.